Hello, and welcome back to the beautiful Fishbowl Oasis, a quaint desert village located on the Astraea SMP server with one heck of a view. Thanks for tuning in to the Survive series. My name is Amazon Rex, and in the previous episode, we built pretty much everything back here in this kind of back corner of the oasis, starting over here at the apiary, which works as our honeycomb farm, and... Okay, good. I cannot tell you how relieved I am to see at least one bee here, because I found out in between episodes that they like the cactus flowers, which are located on top of pointy cactus, and, delete our bees, so I had to go back through and breed up a whole bunch again. In addition to the apiary, we built this fun little scene back here with these tents, housing some paleontologists, some archaeologists, unearthing this big old bird skull in the ground down here. I still really like the shape of this guy. You may have noticed that I went ahead and updated the pathing around the area as well. So I received some feedback that the upside down sandstone stairs blended a little too well with the sand in the area, and I agree with that. So I went back to the drawing board and what can I use as pathing around here? And I had my eureka/dumb moment and was like, why not just use dirt? So yeah, I went through and replaced most of the sandstone stairs around the area with these dirt pathing blocks, and it looks so much better. I'll probably extend that down to the dockyard as well, but I am really happy with how this turned out. So what's on the agenda for today? Well, we will be focusing our efforts on this area of the oasis. I have been wanting to build a kind of market with some vendors and some fun little carts, and finally I have found an idea for the last cart that I have been trying to figure out for the last, month or so, but I think we're going to build them over here kind of down by the river. And if we have time today, I think we're going to be building the market kind of in this area between the carts and the forge. And, speaking of night, one of the cool things that I wanted to do is to make it a night market where we have lots of lanterns and kind of cool stuff hanging out because, it's hard to run a market during the day in the desert. So I thought that would be kind of a fun touch. There'll be a lot of daylight sensors, some other kind of fun redstone touches here and there. So I don't know, let's go ahead and get started on this. I do have some terraforming over in this section to do before we can lay those carts down. When did this get here? I loaded so many shulker boxes full of stuff, and I did not notice Shrek here. Perfect. I'm going to be wearing this from now on. We interrupt this terraforming montage to bring you news that the server has literally been updated to 1.21.6. And while that means the majority of my mods are gone, that means we have the Ghasts and therefore the Happy Ghasts. And I am going to do the sensible thing of going to find one immediately, right now. I'm stopping my project and I'm going to do this. Okay, so, oh, hi. Fancy seeing you here. You want to explore together?
All right, can you hear me?
Hi, yeah, hello. Yeah. Whoa, the waypoint system. And it's just a weirdo little dot.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, I forgot that was a thing. Okay, so I went ahead, east, northeast. Oh, where'd you go? Oh, there you are. You're crouching so I can't see you on my little bar. We have not made it very far at all, have we? I get so nervous in the nether.
I do too. My heart is going right now. Oh my gosh.
I've learned to keep blocks in my offhand when digging through these tunnels in the nether. That way you could just yeehaw and right. Oh. That's why we keep blocks in our offhand. This way, do you think we can try to glide through?
Okay.
I know it's kind of scary, but
if we die, we die.
If we die,
I don't know what to tell you.
If we die, we die. But you're right. You're right. Okay, are we? Okay, good. We are heading east. Heading down a little bit.
I see you. I'm trying to keep you in my view.
There is a wall here.
Oh,
okay.
Oh,
you all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, good. Glowstone's always good. If we're gonna be in the nether, I'm gonna get some resources while we're here. I'm just gonna go straight forward because it seems like it might be. Oh,
Okay.
please activate wings. Thank you. Okay, I see some basalt. Oh boy. Oh boy, I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
You okay?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Okay. The nether sucks. Did you know that?
I know. I only come here when I absolutely have to.
Right.
But it's better with a buddy. At least
it is. I feel
we're together.
Right, exactly. Okay, I'm gonna keep digging. I am heading east, right? Okay, thank goodness. We're so close to new chunks. Okay, we are so close. We just need to go more northeast. Bones. Bad bones. Back off, bad bones.
Yeah.
We need to go, careful coming up here. A little bit further northeast. We're so close to new chunks. Okay, it kind of ends. There's a wall. Oh no. Oh dear. I know I keep saying it, but we are very close to unloaded chunks.
Okay. You know what? This is a grand adventure we're having.
It is.
There.
Can I make a research so Ash can join? Let's box up. 1 sec.
Yeah, okay. Alright, I'll see you on the other side.
I was just about to say that.
No.
Okay.
Yes! Sorry, what were you saying?
I don't remember.
Oh.
It was around here for some reason. You can kind of tell by the footage that OBS decided to go into slideshow mode or something. For some reason, it captured all the audio of everything. So, for example, here's the audio and I guess the video of us finding the dread ghasts. Okay. So they're near the bone structures here, right?
Yeah, they should be around the bones. There's one. Okay, you get that one first.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you led us here.
Ooh, good little guy. Okay, let's go find another one. There's another one. There's a ghast over here too. Nerd. Oh, do you have? Here's one.
Yeah.
Get him.
My gosh.
What? Oh, careful. There's a skeleton over there, and he got the armor on. So to sum up the rest of the trip, because I have to, we found a few backup dried ghasts, built another portal, and made our way back home in the overworld because we're both kind of weenies. I did also completely by accident deflect a fireball back at a ghast using a bow.
Okay. I'm like, where did this come from? Okay.
Oh.
There's one over there.
How did I do that? It is the next day, and I have just realized that I don't want to rehydrate him in the cliff because I don't have the means to get him out of there. So I guess we'll just pop him here in the oasis and wait. I'm so excited for this thing. Come on, buddy, give us a little smile. Just a little one. You can do it. I know. All right, we can have the screams of the damned instead. Oh, there he goes. Oh! Face only a mother could love. Whoa! Oh! Hello! Hey! I already got a name tag for you. Your name is Rocket. Okay, I have heard rumors that you like to fly off, so welcome to your new home. Oh my god. The noises, I can't even. Oh my god! He's so adorable! Hi, Rocket, let's go! That place is real cool, huh? Think he'll be safe here? I hope he'll be safe here. He's so cute. Oh, you playing with the bunny? I can't. He's so cute. Oh! You're doing great, bud. DSTS just reminded me that I shouldn't get attached to my Minecraft mobs. It's too late. Oh, he's big. And large. Hi, buddy. A kiss. I love him. This is such a cool addition to the game. I'm excited to use that. This is going to make tree building a whole lot easier. So while it is good news that we got our cool little buddy rocket, the bad news is that I think like 70% or so of my mods haven't been ported over to 1.21.6. So I'm just going to kind of yeehaw it. I suppose, you know, we could always use a little more yeehaw in our lives. So I'm just gonna eyeball it since I don't have Lightmatica, and yeah, we'll take it from there. Oh yeah, and I don't have the replay mod either, so I guess we'll do kind of a live demonstration. So I guess what's the tactic here? I need to determine cart layout. Don't know why I have pumpkins as my counting blocks, but you know, here it is. I kind of want the carts to be kind of in a nice little enclosed circle together. Let's see how this is looking. Oh, I don't have free cam. I can't see how this is looking. You silly goose. I am gonna maybe make this a little bit bigger. Ah! Would you believe it if I told you I had no idea what I was doing? Oh, hey bud, you enjoying your pumpkin fort? Yeah, same. Okay, so I've got 6 different carts, and I'm going to place them around here. So we've got a flower cart, a music cart, a book cart. I've been calling this the food cart, but it's like non-perishable, so like potatoes and such. Got the art cart, and we've got the mushroom cart. And guess who has 2... Well, I don't have thumbs. Guess who has 2 electro wings and forgot to get the materials for the mushroom cart? Yeah, it's me. I forgot to do that. I'm gonna go do that really quick. Ooh. That's very satisfying. Okay, I'm back. Right now we have free cam at home. These kind of pumpkin squares are where I'm thinking of placing the carts, and I think I want to actually move them a little bit closer to the river. I think that makes a little more sense. So I'm gonna move stuff around again. Okay, I have moved the stuff around. How are we looking? Climb. Yeah, I like it. I decided to kind of place everything on different levels from each other, or kind of try to split it up between, I think, 3 levels? I don't know. Let's go ahead and get started on building the first cart. On top of these, we do this. A couple more stairs. Nice. And we got this big old wagon wheel here, which is kind of stuck at the sand, and that's kind of on purpose because, you know, it's not easy to drive on sand, but also it hides that lighting. Go ahead and build all those wheels around all 4 sides. Okay, wagon wheels built. I think I need to move these guys really quick. Then we'll get started on the body of the wagon. How did you get out? Oh dear. Oh, did I... There has to be a hole in the frog dome, huh? This was my fault. I put Rocket in here initially to rehydrate, but then thought like, oh, it's probably a bad idea to have the big Ghast inside the giant cliff. How am I gonna get him out? My bad. Drive by placement. Boom. Nice. This idea for the roof where I wanted some kind of vines or leaves cascading off in some places. And then I think for the roof, yeah, I'm gonna do a mossy roof, and I'm gonna have some flowers growing out the top of it. There. All right, now let's do some interior. Bed here. Drive by flower placement. Like, nice. Do I even want that there? I don't know. Okay, and with that, we've got our first cart mountain. Let me tell you, I love how extra this little thing is. We've got the pink terracotta, we got the pink glazed terracotta, we got some flowers on the roof with some azalea, flowering azalea kind of hanging off the sides here. This was the first cart that I designed, and I love how extra it is. It's so cute. It's so pink. It's in your face. I just love it. We've got the flower pots hanging on the windowsills. I made this cute little watering can out of armor stands with a pot and a lightning rod, and I added this is the flint and steel kind of hanging out the side being used as a handle, and I really enjoy how that turned out. Let's go ahead and pop inside really quick, but we've got these banners kind of hanging on the side here to help kind of introduce like a little bit of privacy as you head into the cart, where we got some paintings, a little workstation with some shears and a shovel for, you know, transferring flowers between pots and all of that stuff. Got a little potion stand. I don't know, I assumed that they would be like some type of herbalist or something. I love this. Oh my god, what is this block called? I'm dying. The spore blossom. I love the spore blossom hanging from the ceiling. It's like that the moss kind of grew through and it's kind of starting to take over the interior. But anyway, making our way up front through these banners here, we've got the front of the cart with a little seat here, and eventually I'll get some horses on some leads to be kind of pulling this thing. Up here on the roof, more flowers growing out the top of it. I love... Oh, hello. I love having flowers growing out of a roof. I love a mossy roof. I couldn't tell you why, but I just really like that aesthetic. And like I said, this was just an excuse to introduce more pink and more vegetation to the desert. You know, this area is kind of bland, and I will take any color, any kind of fun little details that I can get out here. Okay, so that is cart number 1 all done and dusted. Let's see, let's move on to the music cart next. Okay, I understand how the frogs, you know, escaped the frog dome that I have inside the cliff. How did he get outside? You know what, you can stay out here, buddy. Oh my god, yeah. This all stairs? That doesn't make sense. Okay, apparently it was. I just jumped into creative mode to double check. Okay, let's put up some walls. Oh, dippies. 2 apart. It's reflected on this side. Something's wrong here. Something's wrong here. What did I do? I had to go back in for an extra quartz block. Let's see if I can, nice. 1, 2, bleh. And we put sign, everywhere, sign. Full disclosure to those of you out there who can read sheet music, I can't. Just a heads up. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Oh, and on his farm, he can't read sheet music. Heck yes, I love it when a plan comes together. Okay, I think this is a good time to get started on the roof, and then we'll tackle the interior after that. There, alright. I had to redesign a little bit on the fly, because I saw what I was going for, you know, a few weeks ago, but it was wrong. Hopefully I am right currently. But I think I was going for warped wood strips along with the black keys and the acacia along with the white keys, because that's what I went for, and I guess that's what it's going to be now. So with the roof done, let's go ahead and work on the interior here. And now I have some really stupid stuff in my notes here. Light that for a little bit of ambiance. Soul lantern in here because I think it's probably the closest thing I'll get to a black light in game. Beautiful. I think with that, we are done with the music cart. This vendor here is obviously going to be selling music discs. I'll see if I could come up with any fun armor stand ideas for instruments. I've been kind of playing around with that, but I really like the colors on that. I didn't think that the red would go well with the acacia and the warped wood. I think it turned out really well. The detailing with the piano stuff on the side and the sheet music was a pain in the butt to put together, but I think it's worth it. The inside, I don't know if you could tell, I was kind of going for, let's say like a kind of hippie vibe where we got some music posters kind of hanging around, some candles. We've got some vinyls on the furniture over here as well. Like we've got this one by Spruce Hill, Insane in the Membrane. We've got End-Eyed Lady by Sugarcane, and we've got Strange Stew by Bucket of Milk. These are all puns of actual songs and bands that exist in the real world. I guess I'll put the links to those songs in the description down below. But yeah, I thought that was kind of a fun thing to do. Like, you know, I have a music cart. He has to be listening to music. I better come up with some fun album covers to put in here. And, you know, I'm here for the puns too. I thought it was a really fun idea. All right, who do we want to work on next? I guess we'll keep going in order. Oh, this is the art cart. Okay, this is one of my favorite carts. Let's get started on that one. All right, wheels down, moving on to the body. I gotta say, I'm really happy with how these little wheels turned out, because I think, real quick aside, that my initial design on the wheels was just like a very standard, you know, something like this, and I think I was afraid, not like that, but you know, something like this, very simple, but you know, the scale just wasn't right. So I went ahead with something like these, which the fences really convey that these are actually, you know, spokes. The trapdoors really help with the circular shape. I'll take all the help I can get in this game full of, you know, right angles. Plus, you know, with the trapdoor underneath here, it helps to hide that lighting, and that is super helpful. 2, 3, 4. I might swap this to a gate. That way, if there's like a horse emergency, or what constitutes as a horse emergency? Anyway, oh no, I didn't mean to hit that button. I miss flashback. I feel like I'm, you know, just like kind of rambling like an insane person, but you know, this is actually how I am in everyday life. So I don't think I want to hide that. If you like that, then great. This is the channel for you. This is the content for you. Anyway, back to building. A little bit of sign on the cyan. Sign on the cyan, sign on the cyan, sign on the cyan. Kind of hard to say. A little bit of a tongue twister. Right by Wooling. Nope. Special shout out to the people out there who make banners and post them online, because I am terrible at this. I'll post a link to this particular banner down in the description if you ever want to use it in your build or check out that website in general. But I am so glad these people exist, because I am terrible at banners. There you go. Blip, blip, and blip, and blip. Beautiful. Okay, let's add some color next. And what way to celebrate Pride Month and to be putting a little bit of rainbow action here in the oasis. Hi, buddy. What you doing there? I guess more spooky noises for the house. Ah! Red, orange, yellow, green. Did I had a list and everything. Wait. How? Oh. How did you get up here? Okay, Operation Rescue Bony Pony is afoot. Is this a horse emergency? Hi, Bonita. How do I get you in a boat? Oh wait, I can just No! I guess that's one way to do it. Okay. Slowly. God, you don't have any brains in that skull of yours. Jeez, how did you even get up there? Silly. Anyway, we have what we need, finally. Goodness. Okay, I'd work on the roof. Yeah, nice. Couple of crates for, you know, storing supplies and stuff. And then for this cart, I think I want a bunch of paint kind of splattered around the area. And I'm just gonna use dyes. I think that's everyone. Cool. I might come back through and do a little bit more, but you know, you get the picture. There's paint everywhere. This guy's been busy. I think I want to add one more thing right here. Just the rotation. Yeah. Oh, this will go a little more easily. Just, you know, don't look at it too hard from the side. Maybe I need a different block other than this pot. Let me think about it. Oh, maybe. Okay, yeah, no, I like this. This is looking a lot better than it was. I also went ahead and threw a few more paint splatters kind of around the area, but I think we need just some like more blank canvases or even some completed paintings to hang in here. Let me go do that really quick. Somebody's here. Oh. I'm gonna guess it's cold. He likes to come over and prank me with invisibility potions every once in a while. Okay, I think this cart is actually all done. Let's see if we can find who's pranking us really quick, though. I'm gonna need these. Wow, the audacity. I just want to build my dumb little carts. Why are you hassling me? I could see your particles. Deserved. Yes, the walk of shame back to get his stuff. This again. I'm being bullied. Yeah, I'll be taking these at least. Yoink. Anyway, I'm going to start the food cart next, unless, you know, someone has something to say about it. Okay, for this particular cart, I wanted to do basically like a old-timey, like American pioneer covered wagon. Very simple, nothing too fancy going on with this cart. All right, looking good in here. I want one more thing, though. Yeah, little hammock. It's functional even. Can't sleep in it. That looks really cute. I like it. Okay, so as of right now, we have four of 6 cards, but let's see, 1, 2, 3, yep, 4 out of 6 cards. And I have some good news. Flashback has updated to 1.21.6. Thank goodness for it, because it has been difficult to narrate this building process. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump into a time lapse. You know, building a base in the desert has made me realize how many things in Minecraft that I have taken for granted. For example, flowers, terrain that stays in one place when you dig underneath it, and mobs. And not just the mushroom mobs, but horses. I didn't record it, but it took me way too long to gather 10 horses for these carts. And I have like a small patch of plains kind of out west, but you know, that doesn't generate 10 horses, so I had to go many different places. I'm going to sleep really quick. Anyway, less griping, more touring. I was going back through and editing the footage and realized that I didn't really show off the food cart here. As I mentioned earlier, this was kind of modeled off of the old-timey American Pioneer covered wagons, and I think it turned out really well. I like the shape of it, nice little dome. The chiseled copper works really well as the center wheel, and I think it pairs well with the very wood-y kind of palette that we've got going on here. Inside the cart, you'll see we have the stock that the market vendor will be selling, specifically potatoes and carrots. I was trying to go for more kind of non-perishable food items. As you know, while you're traveling around, you don't want your stock to spoil on you. Otherwise, you won't have anything to sell. And I did briefly earlier show off this cute little cot. I really like how this turned out. Just very simple. There wasn't a whole lot of room for a bed here. Plus, I feel like, the market vendor here is kind of a simple human. Maybe they want a cot instead of a fancy schmancy bed. Editing Sam here. I forgot to mention in the episode that I also updated the interior of the music cart. We got a few more posters, those schmancy little banners, and some carpet looking nicer. Back to the other carts. Next over here, we have the bookseller's cart. The color palette, very reminiscent of the library that we have over here. Maybe they're cousins, maybe they're brothers, but I really like the mangrove with the warped wood and the crimson. I thought this one turned out really well. Yep. Checking out the interior of the cart, we have a lot of books, some cute little book banners. I really like this banner here where it looks like it's an enchanted book. I'll be sure to put the link to these banners as well down in the description below. And I thought it would be nice for this guy to have a little friend. It was surprisingly easy to move this parrot onto this, copper rod here. It took me, I think, all of 5 minutes or so. I got very, very lucky with this. And just a quick look at the top of this cart and the art cart over there as well. I added a few candles just to add a little bit more oomph, a little more texture, and a little more color up here as well. And last but certainly not least, we have the mushroom cart here being pulled by these two little mushrooms here, which was the whole point of going on an adventure to get them. This was the last cart that I ended up designing overall, and it took me forever to figure out what I wanted. I knew I wanted 6 carts total. The first 5 came pretty easy, and I'm just like, I don't know what I want for this one. And then one day I was out walking my dogs, and my brain was just like, why not mushrooms? And I was like, okay, yeah, you know what? That works. So anyway, heading in to the mushroom cart, you will see it's kind of difficult to get in, but in here, the space is really small. I tried to incorporate as many of the mushroom kind of decorative blocks in the game that I could. We've got the mushroom stem up here for the body. We've got the shroom lights under here, kind of hidden underneath these trapdoors to provide a little bit of lighting and backing to the ceiling, and some of the weeping vines from the nether. I wanted to put some of the twisted vines around here, but I wasn't sure exactly how to incorporate them into the build. Did also buy a couple of heads that Rosie made. I think it was kind of a sign that this was the cart to make as she started selling these little blocks that are full of mushrooms. We warped fungus and the crimson fungus over here, and I thought that was really cute. You also noticed that I did a smidge bit of cleaning up around the area. I know this is technically not part of the base, but I'm going to be hanging out over here a lot over the next couple of weeks, and I was tired of looking at this big old mess over here. In addition to cleaning up across the river over there, I also went through and cleaned up the torch spam in the base proper, where we will be installing the market in the next episode. As you could tell, this episode has run over on time quite a bit, so we'll save it for next time. But now we've got all of our cactus, our desert grass, and whatever these guys are called, and dead bushes all around the area, just to kind of make everything feel a little bit more cohesive. Also notice that I've kind of given up putting the pressure plates on these birch trap doors. There are rabbits everywhere that constantly trigger them, and I'm trying to choose my battles. I'm trying to choose what I'm stressing out about in my life, and pressure plates on birch trap doors is not one of them. So I think that's going to be it for building today. Like I said, next episode, we're going to be focusing on this area and the night market. I know that, we didn't do a whole lot today in terms of building anything grand by any means, but we had these carts, we had the nether update to go and get Rocket over there. We can't see him. He's not within render distance currently, but it's been kind of difficult for me to hop on over the past few weeks. I mentioned previously that things have been a little chaotic. That was when things were about at chaos level 6, and now it's kind of jumped up to 7.5. So I'm trying to jump on where I can, build where I can. I'm not gonna stress out about it because, you know, I want the video game to be fun, and, you know, forcing myself to play, forcing myself to build isn't fun. It doesn't make for good content. It doesn't make for a good time for you, for me, for anybody else out there. So I will jump on when I can. Hi, buddy. You're so cute. But anyway, I think that is going to do it for today's episode. Let me know what you think down in the comments. If you like what you see, be sure to hit the little thumbs up button and be sure to subscribe if you want to see more. As always, if you got this far, thank you for watching. Take care, and we will see you in the next episode. All right, bye-bye.